allowance, but there ought to be something there. You know, like an allowance for
3 hours a week.
3
hours a week.
Yeah, I did read where there
Which
was.
is compensation.
Each day. Standard time comes into our time and a half. Okay. So there is some benefits to it, like for stores.
And then if he were called out while he's off duty, then there again, he would be given comp time for that. Or overtime, if they decide.
The state law is 480 hours maximum on comp time on police and fire. Since 08, we've reduced that tremendously. I believe that police is 210 around there, whereas the same with our department. And so when somebody did decide to leave, we didn't have to keep them on payroll for 3 months and pay their salary and insurance and benefits.
Yeah, there is modest, but there is compensation there.
That may be something we want to address at budget time,
If needed.
if needed.
Right around the corner.
I can speak on behalf of the Board of Works. It was unanimous that we did put our vote of approval toward this program, and that we amend the ordinance.
Did you say you
The
made
job
motion?
description, not the ordinance. I'm sorry.
The job, you're making a motion to amend the job description?
No, I'm not making the motion. I'm just saying that the Board of Works did give their blessing or vote of confidence toward this.
And they understood that there's things that have to be taken care of, such as amending the job description, right, as form of salary.
Well, if this was amended for the canine piece, and I don't know what the rationale was, maybe, I mean, if there was rationale, and it was consistent with procedures and or response time or whatever it might have been. I don't know. You know, so how far outside the city limits or the county limits do you live?
I can be here in about 20 to 25 minutes at most. And just through case law, I mean, if it gives you any peace of mind, the current case law shows that, you know, with reasonable suspicion, you can detain, you know, property or people for, you know, well beyond the 20 minutes that would take me to get here. And otherwise, the you know, the time of reasonable stop, even if you live in city as a canine unit, you're going to be really close either way, you know. So it would be consistent to whether you live in Decatur County or you know, in the surrounding county, should be okay as far as long term is considered.
I think it's worth giving a shot, and you got somebody that wants to do it and is willing to invest their own resources as well as time and effort. I don't see a reason to not amend the job description myself. And I don't, I'd have to go back and look at the job description again. One other part of clarification. Do we have, is there in the job description now any other place else where they say they have to live in the county? Or within the city?
The TAC team.
The tax team, I mentioned that, but that's it. I mean, any other, just a regular officer?
Nothing I'm aware of. But I will admit that I haven't looked at every
Well, and
job
I
description.
haven't reread this for a long time. And I didn't reread it this time. I
Yeah, it's a
scanned it pretty fast.
description. It's the canine. So there is, and to address Councilman Kane's question, there is no specific canine officer job description out there. It's just a subset of the patrol officer.
Yeah, just may serve as
And my only concern here, I think the council's kind of consensus to amend the job description. So if that gives him everybody permission to go ahead, if we don't have enough contributions to pay for the training, then where do we get the money? Where would you like to take the money from? There's nothing in the police department's budget that can be transferred for a purpose like that, is there? Training?
Well, is there or isn't there?
There is some
training
training.
fund?
We have training, we say anything about being human or not.
Well, I mean, there is a training fund, there's a, come in.
I think Stacey has used some other donations monies for trip. I think that's probably what she's gonna use for some of her upfront costs until Jordan can get some grants and some different things applied for. Like I said, I know they did their solicitation letter. Have you guys mailed that out?
No, yeah.
That they're in the process of mailing out a solicitation letter. And I know the fire department, I think, has had good luck with that list, so I think that's why Jordan's trying to use that list to try to achieve as many donations as you can. But I think currently Stacey has some other donations in her donations fund that she can use for upfront.
She could talk her husband and some players.
Well, but isn't there a separate training, law enforcement training fund that comes in?
Yes, there is.
Through,
Yes,
I think
they call it
SSTs or
the acronym is LEC funds, or
Yeah.
LECE funds, or
and I don't know what the exact, well, I might even be able to look it up.
That comes
Gave
from
us
the
that.
county.
Yes, that comes from the ticket prosecutions, if I'm saying that right.
$2 or $3.
Fellow officers up there,
$2 or $3 per ticket.
$3.
I bet there's almost sufficient funds in there.
Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when Stacey was here last month, she did mention that she had monies that she could move if she had to.
That was my recollection as well.
Yes.
She knows Scott fairly well.
I'm sorry,
She knows Scott fairly well. He has plenty of contributions.
Okay. Scott.
Well, I don't see it in this. I think that's manageable.
I think we can make
She
it
does
work.
have training appropriation within the general fund, plus she
Yeah.
has,
Yeah, there it is.
Did
There's
you
a
see
law
that?
enforcement continuing ed,
and that's where the $3.
okay. And there's $27,334 in there. Maybe. Well, I know they've got it as well in the general fund too. And so I think it's manageable.
So, you want to take your earlier? He has a real long statement for a motion. It's not to an amendment. He can ask again.
The motion I made in front of the Board of Works was that that body undertake a motion to allow the program to continue the process of seeking amendment of the job description, as well as allowing Officer Jordan to or Officer Craig to continue his training process while the finalization of the contracting and funding is secured. Something to that effect.
So moved.
But all we're doing really, that's the Board of Works, all we're doing is amending the job description.
Right.
Yes, all you're doing is amending the job
Yeah,
description.
so I don't know, we need your vote on you.
I think the mayor just likes to hear me talk. I talk real quick.
We're guaranteeing that we are going to do that, and that we are going to have to come up with the finances as
I
well, which
understand
the
that, but
council.
for the purposes of our body, we have to amend, to strike from the police officer job description, and maintaining residency in Decatur County from that job description. On page 3.
Then simplify it.
Under duties.
Under duties, yes.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion passes.
Council, have any other questions?
Hey, Godspeed, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Darrell, would you like to give an update on the
I would be glad to. We had a public hearing on the unsafe building at 606 North East Street. There previously had been a fire there, and the tenants had moved out and left the building and have not done anything with it. The Board of Works moved on the recommendation of the fire chief and the city engineer to demolish the building. The owners will have 15 days to comply with the demolition. If they do not, then the city will take that responsibility and then collect the money from the taxes or the resale or the sale of the house. We moved on closing for the 5K run. High School, Montgomery Road, Big Blue, County Road 120 East. Reedy Financial, Bridget spoke on that on behalf of, she and the mayor had talked to Reedy Financial. We are looking at them coming in, looking at the capital improvement plan and looking at the finances of the city, basically doing what Umball has done for us in the past, possibly at a lesser rate. Gary Murray brought the agreement in for James Drew to put the Honda signal up. That contract was signed, and there will be some minor renovations here at City Hall, replacing some lights, some ceiling tiles for $8,965, and that's it.
top lights paid for on the TIF, the improvements is at the west end of the building, hallway down to the EC office, to lower the ceiling and cover up the cables that are exposed, the LED lighting unit will be a lot less expensive operating to maintain, and fix each end of the hallway too.
And that money's I'm sorry.
We did get 3 or 4 estimates on the hearing.
Four. The money is coming from the building improvement fund.
Anything on that, gentlemen? I did one thing, I think I had something too, but one thing, I'll be leaving this Saturday, travel to Washington, D.C. Sunday the 10th, I have an update in the morning, and then regular special session luncheon for workshops for National Association of Workforce Boards, and then in the afternoon we have workshops. Monday, the 11th, at 10 a.m. I'll be meeting with Congressman Young from the territory down southeast, which is in our Region 9 area, Ohio County, Richmond County down in there. And then 2 p.m. with Congressman Messer, and then 3:30 p.m. with Senator Coates about labor, workforce, and some other things that we can bring up to him that we need help on. So I will be back, get back to Greensburg Tuesday. If I need me, you know myself. And you have some.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I think I could pass something out to my fellow Congress, my mind here. I had given Gary one of these. What I've passed out to you is some information about the hospital campaign. County Memorial Hospital is undergoing some growth, and there's really phase one, which we all see, the building that's being built. There's also a second phase dealing with providing additional rehab services and oncology services, and it may require not only renovations within the existing building, but also perhaps an additional new space being created. I'm asking you to take a look at this, and I may even come visit each of my council members, solicit them personally as well, but I would like for you to consider as a city to be a part of this. This campaign is really kind of on three parts. It's partly self-funded through the hospital. It's good stewardship. It's also funded by taking out the customary, what we all know is a loan. They were able to secure a loan from a local institution that enabled them to borrow the money, and they really saved an awful lot rather than bonding, as the usual way that many of these larger projects are done. And then the third way is obviously community support. And so, as I said, I'm looking for community support not only by looking to you as individuals, but also as much, I think, a strong hospital, a strong medical community with the kinds of services that are expected is really a fundamental part of the strength of the community, not only for us personally, but also in terms of how we present ourselves to the world. And really we are presenting ourselves to the world when we are asking for investment here with regard to either improving or adding on as STI is doing, or when we bring in new, as we did with Honda and others. So having a strong medical community and hospital is really fundamental to the strength of our community. It's part of our infrastructure. It's as important as anything else that we've got in terms of good communications, good roads, good water, utilities, and so forth. And so I think it's an economic development opportunity for us to continue to help support them. And I'm proposing that we consider making a gift using edit funds to this campaign, a modest one. I'm not asking us to fund any new wing or anything like that. But you can spread this over, several years, up to 5. One possibility is for us to do a 5-year commitment of $5,000 a year. Or if that's too steep, then we could do something a little less than that. But I think it's really an important time, and for us to be able to support the hospital in this way, I think would show not only our commitment to what they've done and what they're doing, but also I think it's an investment in terms of strengthening our community for the future and for future investment of the well-being. That's maybe most important. Last being said, the well-being of our community. So look through this information. I'm not asking a decision tonight. I mean, I welcome your comments or questions this evening, but I would like for us to consider the opportunity of up to 5 years. And if we did that, as with any campaign that's being done, as you've all experienced before, whether it's for a alma mater or for your church or for your own other organizations that you might have support of, different amounts of gifts obviously provide different opportunities for recognition. And one way that they have, one category they have is if you could have one of the rooms in this new, like 20 new patient rooms, a $25,000 gift would entitle the donor, in this case, the city of Greensburg. I think it should just say city of Greensburg and not any individuals, as that room being donated by, or the city of Greensburg room or whatever, if we did that, if we went that amount. So with that, I'll be still for the moment and entertain questions, and if not, then we can give a due diligence in April. And I hope we can come to a conclusion, decision, rather than postponing it longer.
I kind of had some numbers that they provided me today. And one people's salary last year at the hospital, he said $20 million, $2 million. They have total employees just under 500. They have probably 100 part-time people. They figured everything out, all the benefits, they still have nearly 400 average full-time employees. And if you figure that salary for people who live in the county or work there, probably 70% of the people from the county work at the hospital. They pay a lot of the funds themselves at that type of salary. And I know that when people come to town, that's one of the things on their checkoff sheet is the type of hospital you have, how functional it is, how qualified they are, the quality of doctors, medical care here in town. So I'm glad that they're doing something to keep improving and going forward. The part that they're expanding to is they're not going to add that many employees. What they can do is make the hospital more efficient in what they're doing.
Well, and I think that we won't be adding, you say, efficiency, and I think it will bring more people to utilizing those facilities.
Yes.
From not only the Peter County community, but also beyond it. And it really is, that's what the other funds were really designed to do when the tax was created. Economic development tax is what it stands for. And of course, when it was implemented in order to really pay for something that probably was a stretch in terms of its use. We built the building at the courthouse, and that was fine. We needed to do that, and that was our way to do it without creating difficulties with regard to property tax. And at the time, there was capital property taxes, with regard, not what we have now, but another system that made it difficult to do that. So it worked, and it was fine. We did that well, but now I think that those funds need to be continued to be invested in the community in a way that will point us to the future and enable further economic growth. So I think this is an opportunity to do that.
I do too. Can I say something?
Sure.
If the city doesn't support hospitals, they don't. So I think it's a good thing for us to get involved in. I think we should stand behind it. It's a good program, it's a good looking hospital. And it will bring more people. Because when I was a kid, everybody went out of town. But, yeah, everybody else. I want people to stay here. I want opportunity here. Our hospital is taking a large step. I think the city should stand behind it. I think it's a good thing.
I had one experience in my life when I needed a hospital quickly, and where I was, never had much more than a grocery store. They also don't have the use respect. I could drive 15, 20 miles to the hospital. It's a long time, right? We have good decent hospital here in Greensburg. It's getting better year to year. Like,
I think with the expansion of the factories in the town, the automotive industry booming again, the use of hospital and our school system is going to be what tracks outside. And at this point, we're riding on a high with our school system. The momentum can be carried over with the hospital. You know, our schools are being rated A schools. We have a possibility with a state championship in basketball, but you know, believe it or not, I think that's going to be, it's very, very important for this city going forward, and the opportunity for people to move in from the outside is the time is now. So I think it's a great idea, and I'm glad you brought that forward.
I concur.
You concur. You're at the homework, Sheriff.
Oh, no, stay all night if you want.
I don't want to. Is there anything else from the audience or the department heads? Feel free to speak. Anything else from the council? Another case from 1782. Gotcha.
We have received our 1782 notice, and for those of you that are not sure what that is, it's basically just the overall budget numbers that we presented back in the fall to the state. State looks those numbers, sees if we're in line with those numbers, and then they send back their changes if necessary. And had training for a couple days. Of course, they send it at the end of the day right before the training was supposed to start, but I'm in the process of reviewing it now. So I don't think that there's anything in there that's of major concern. With anything, revenue and tax rates fluctuate sometimes depending on what our levies are. So it looks like everything's pretty well in line. So I'm going to finish reviewing that tonight, and I'll put out some information either via email. Yeah, so I'll be ready for that. And then I'll make sure everybody else gets the information too.
You may already be aware of this, but when I challenged all department heads on budgets, I have the smallest budget, so I had the least chance to save. I did save my 10%. I made my 10%, and everyone else did that or better.
That's all.
Entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you. Adjourn.